regular.
There are things we can do. We bring the good news and we give it to you. We judge it for podcast and connecting people and culture from here and up out of the globe. Foreign people who willing to serve. Blessing that time and that effort are rest. The brothers giving the care and the parents of them. The welcome of life without care.
I live
Master.
Le pali su me kanyo ake Sktv menyo. Se macheni tina ke ase majamu. Engi sano muni.
For cases. So we've been able to look at it and see as much as we are able to share, just to show the level of transparency and everything that has been put into this investigation. So we'll start this by first and foremost acknowledging each and every one of you that are here and say thank you for coming. Well, I am. My fellow Liberians, I must unequivocally assert that the current political climate of Liberia, no individual, regardless of their status, influence, or affiliation, is above the law. The arson attack on the Capitol Hill was not merely an act of vandalism. It was an affront to our democratic principles, an assault on the institution that sustain our republic, and a deliberate attempt to destabilize our hard-earned peace. The perpetrators of these heinous crimes have been charged and will be subsequently forwarded to court. This serves as a stern warning, not only to them, but to anyone who seeks to undermine public order, challenge our collective progress, and try to exploit impunity. The Republic of Liberia will hold you accountable, and justice will be served. As we proudly announce Liberia's induction as a non-permanent member of the United Nations Security Council on June 4th, 2025, we do recognize the global responsibility that comes with this honor. To hold this obligation sacred, Liberia must now exercise maturity befitting its role on the world stage, maintaining peace and stability within our borders, and upholding the rule of law is no longer just a domestic concern. It is a paramount international obligation, and we do not take it lightly. The Liberia National Police is guided by law, driven by empirical evidence, and firmly rooted in constitutional mandate to safeguard lives, right, and dignity of every Liberian. We're not instruments of political expediency, we're guardians of national stability. Our mandate is clear, and we strive to uphold it, impartially and in alignment with the security sector and stability pillars of the arrest agenda and the Constitution of the Republic of Liberia. In collaboration with our national and international partners, we're enhancing public safety through many targeted initiatives. These include robust traffic enforcement, expanded community patrols, and proactive community awareness campaigns designed to prevent, detect, and investigate crimes. Our mission is to assure that all within our borders, citizens and residents alike, are kept safe, and to succeed, we need the continued cooperation of each and every one. Let me be clear. No one who violates the law of the Republic of Liberia will walk with impunity. The era of tolerance for lawlessness is over. Liberia will not flourish in the shadows of disorder and indiscipline. Accountability must prevail at every level of our society. This moment marks the beginning of a new chapter in which the Liberia National Police remains resolute in its duty. We will not be deterred by threats, will not be silenced by intimidation, will stand firm, defend the peace, and resolutely resist any foreign or domestic force seeking to derail the progress. Let us all rise to the challenge. Let us build a Liberia that is safer, that is stronger, and more just for ourselves, and not just for ourselves, but for the future. On behalf of the Joint Security, I extend sincere thanks and appreciation to the general public for the cooperation that we have received with this high-profile arson investigation. We deeply value our cordial relationship, and we do not take the trust lightly. The Joint Security and the communities we serve, we look forward to strengthening this partnership for the good of each and everyone in this country. Today, as we climax this high-profile arson investigation, which involves the willful destruction of public property and the endangerment of our nation's security by individuals who abuse their access and positions, we're pleased to provide the public with a transparent, evidence-based account of what actually transpired. And that is why, like I said earlier, this is not a regular case. So we will endeavor to go a little further and tell you as much as we can. So we've gone back to the history of the case to give you timeline, background of some of these events that led to this particular issue. In October 2024, tension ensued amongst members of the House of Representatives over efforts to remove a former House Speaker, Honorable Jonathan Fanati Kofa, and these disputes intensified over time, requiring law enforcement intervention. November 8, 2024, Thomas Isaac Etheridge, staff of former Speaker, and Patrick Moore seized the keys of the Deputy Chief Clerk office, indicating signs of sabotage. November 10, 2024, the joint chambers were vandalized, chairs were destroyed, electronics destroyed, wires damaged, and making it completely incapacitated. November 11, the Liberia National Police began an investigation. The Capitol Building Security Director, Mr. Bala Kuma, and others were invited to police for questioning. These were some of the things these are some of the initial things that we did to start this investigation. I'm just laying it out so that you can understand, the steps that we've taken our intervention into this issue. And I know there were a lot of back and forth as to what police was doing there, what was police role and stuff. Strictly law enforcement. We had no fish to fry into whatever else was there. When the law is being violated, we step in and we make sure we enforce it. On December 10, 2024, the police investigation did establish that suspect Kivi Ba, alias Kaba, and John Yanati attempted to ignite fire on a circuit breaker panel on the second floor using gasoline. This was an act. This act was a precursor to the larger plan to destroy the entire Capitol building. We started to follow the escalation. Most of you who are journalists who have been assigned in those areas, you saw on a daily basis, week by week, there was a steady escalation in the violence at the Capitol. Every week, it was another thing. It was another thing. So all we had to do as law enforcers, just to make sure we go there, play our part, keep everybody safe, and get the day by. We go up to December 17th, and December 17th was the day of the protest. On the protest, there were acts of violence. People refused to take law enforcement order. They refused to disperse. On that day, one of our officers, Sergeant Amorability, was mercilessly beaten and left for dead because they left him knowing that they had killed him. We were able to gather sufficient evidence indicating that they had believed that he was dead before they left him. So if he hadn't reached to a place where he seemed to have been incapacitated and could not even breathe, they would have continued their assault on him. Not only that did they do that, but they also took away his service weapon. And on that same day, in the same area, there was a meeting that took place in Jalatan where the conspirators finalized the arson plan, and funds were distributed allegedly linked to Representative Dixon W. Siegel of District 16, Montserrado County. Phone conversations, subpoenas revealed that suspects were planning to use gasoline to set ablaze vehicles belonging to legislators. So all of these things, over time, they were collected. I mean, we made sure that we analyzed them properly before coming to this day. And I know a lot of people be in
Okay. All right. So we will join you by the time our team get ready. But again, that's the live press conference coming from the headquarters of the Liberia National Police, live right here on the SKTV show this evening. It is 9 minutes past 6. That's the time check, and we'll bring you all of the play-by-play, all of the happening in Central Monrovia, especially when it comes to the issue of the Capitol building, the arson attack, and those individuals who, quote unquote, allegedly set that Capitol building on fire. So again, let me see our best for us to bring you all of the
seen how we struggle sometimes to get cases through. This is one time that I'm 100% super proud of the capabilities of the joint security. They say there's the strength in unity. The unity of the joint security has led us to these successes that we now have. And as we go on, we'll continue to give you play by play on all of these different issues. So I would like to move on to the day of the arson itself and give you a chronology of all of the happenings. On December 18, which was the day of the attack, by 5:40 a.m., Mr. James Morba, the custodian of the key, opens the building. By 6 to 6:30, the suspects smuggle gasoline into the building, go up on the third and fourth floor, pour gasoline, and set the place ablaze. When that happened, that blaze caused the destruction of the joint chambers, the dome, and the entire facility in that particular section of the Capitol building was totally destroyed. We went in, looked at it, and made sure that we secured it properly. So this issue is one that is very sentimental to anybody who should love this country. Anybody who should believe in this country should be concerned about this particular issue. I liken this occurrence to 1980, major assault on our democracy, us the legitimacy to be called honorable, to have the authority to even stand here to investigate this issue. So when you assault it, you don't just assault your office, you assault every last one of us. And that's why we put every effort, all of our resources, into making sure that we answer to the people. This is the least we can do for the Liberian people, to give them some feedback as to what happened to that particular place, where even the foundation of human rights started questioning. We move on to the suspect's confession and the motives. During the questioning, multiple suspects made confessional statements linking themselves to the planning and execution of this arson attack. Notably, Mr. Thomas Etheridge, he admitted to coordinating logistics for the fire, assigning individual his intent to acquire gasoline and coordinate attacks on lawmakers' vehicles. And this particular one confirmed premeditated plans. These actions were not spontaneous, they were acts of vandalism, but they were all part of the larger plan to disrupt legislative function to destroy critical government infrastructure, and to destabilize peace. The motive is established. The statement and digital evidence was rooted in politics, the frustration, but it's an intent to sabotage legislative operation during this critical moment. We are when you look at it, going back to the chronology of things, it started at the breakaway of some lawmakers. They're going their own way, and they've been denied access of a space to sit, to conduct business in the capital. So if you follow the trend, even though it started on that basis, if you are continuing it using your internal wranglings, it's a whole different thing. Law enforcement would never get involved. But when it reaches to the point where crime is committed, where vandalism happens, people get assaulted, people get pepper spray, you got people vandalizing stuff, breaking doors, attempting to burn the building, finally burning it, law enforcement must come in. That's what that police knows in the matter today. We ain't go looking for anybody. This is nothing personal. This is nothing political. This is a separate act. Your political issue, your deal with, or your politics side. The law enforcement issue, I'll deal with it. My team here, we've worked on this case along with the joint security. We are going to make sure that the Liberian people answer. The joint security, we have come together. We have brought our strength, our resources. We've put everything into investigating this matter to answer that our side, the politics, we got nothing to do with it. Contrary to what people think, what people believe, we are not a political institution. Nothing. As a result of this attack, the Liberian government suffered losses amounting to $8,672,653.60 due to the damage on that particular structure, with everything that happened in between there. Taxpayers' money. Taxpayers' money. In your anger, you don't do that. You don't do that. We're responsible to answer to the people. We're responsible. And that answer is given today. The action is clear. So we move on to the integrity of the investigation to see some of the steps, the things that police did from the time we got involved. Service were mobilized, they came in, they controlled the fire. The forensic team went in, they began the assessment of the damage. We started to collect pieces of evidence. The investigation was conducted through securing and reviewing CCTV footage, communication records. We gather witness testimonies from the Capitol's building staff, from police officers, from community members. We coordinated effort with internal and external security institutions. There was a proper chain of custody, documenting all physical and digital evidence that was collected. We made sure that we followed everything to the letter, dotting our I's and crossing our T's. We ensured transparency and procedural integrity throughout the investigation. Contrary to what people have, the disinformation has led about issue of torture and abuse of people's rights, I can stand on this podium today to tell you that absolutely no one that walked in this building under our leadership would ever go through the issue of torture. The things of the past. This new police, we're here to build on the rule of law. We're here to build on human rights are by law. We made sure the rights to counsel during the interrogation and everything was well noted. So basically, all of these issues have been we've been dealing with them, and we made sure that everything was done properly, just to ensure that Liberian people get what they paid for. And the chain of custody issue that I spoke about is something that we were very concerned about it. Like I said, the time we took on this investigation was because all of this issue back and forth, we had to clear this. I mean, the people still investigating it up to now, and I can tell you they have so much more resources than we will ever have probably in our lifetime. But we've been able to make sure that we deliver at least within the earliest possible time, so that the Liberian people can understand that we don't take this issue lightly. So we'll move on to the some of the suspects that have been arrested. We have to protect them. Whenever somebody made any claims or counter claims, we made sure we brought medical attention. We even had to take suspects to not just the claims that were made.
No, but I think we can replay this
regarding
after, so we can
whole issue of
all indications, I think we are struggling with the network, but at least we're gone far better, or in fact, we've gone a little bit at least into the entire press conference, and we want our people to know all of the happening so that they can feel that maybe we are saying things and maybe quote unquote. But again, it's good that at least they listened, and that press conference, I think all started gone nearly 20 plus minutes now into the entire thing, and all of the thing that's supposed to be said, even though we're still waiting to hear those people that will be quote unquote maybe on that time, and if Nimba will be sent into, or if I sent to court, if not tonight, they may likely be sent to South Beach and so forth, or the Maneuver Central Prison and so forth. So I think that's what I really wanted us to get before coming on with the show tonight. So I don't know whether we can still go back to that, Steve. What say you? Ali, so that's
not important to our people, man. They know what they're doing. It's sweet for COFA, it's sweet for the CDC, it's sweet for all of them. That's not important. It's not important. It is not important. My man, let me tell you something, Melbourne. You know that we can say, people can say some of us. People can get very some of us. There is nothing Gregory Cuomo saying over there that is different from what we have said here. At the end of the day, CDC, Fanatic COFA, all of them low for it. It's sweet for Fanatic COFA. Now, we're on the show, some auto Fanatic COFA do not resign. The child say Morgan sleep, second sleep. Let them continue to run illegally. They say they will go resign because they want to smoke the peace pipe. It's sweet for COFA. But man, I'm wasting my time on that thing. Let them lock him up in South Beach. Yep. I don't care. I could care less about what they do in our country. Let's discuss other issues.
Yeah, my young man, let's move forward. Yesterday, today's Friday. To all of our listeners, our viewers, and those of you who just joining us, please let's share the show, people. Yeah, man, yeah. Let's share the show. James David and Antoine Gallo, Sidiki Toure, Gabriel, Janile, Jinion, and all of you just share the show. Today is Friday, and for my father, it's Abraham Day. To our Muslim brothers and sisters, we want to say yes, indeed, happy Abraham Day to all of you. As we go about today on this show, we're going to recognize all of you and wish you all of the best as you go about. But Steve, this Friday, my brother, and we start the Friday with a lot of noise coming from Central Monrovia with the entire issue back to back. Even we're hearing another news that the War and Economic Crimes Court that have been quote unquote that the president said that in fact he have huge interest in nearly 5 months now. The workforce at that era haven't been taking pay, or in fact they haven't yet taken pay, and that information been coming out. But then again, it's still moving on with the chair of the head of that era keep talking that my people haven't taken pay yet, though. Government, you have to pay my people. So I think we have so many things in bucket to talk about, and I know you're talking about the CDC and that of their officials. I think about there are a lot of betrayals within the CDC, and the CDC not be careful. Maybe next week we'll also look at that. Next week we may let them go deep into the entire CDC holding and pulling the kind of betrayals, the kind of people now they face it that into CDC, what they're doing, what's going on, and so forth. But my brother, what say you? Today's Friday. Yesterday you were not around, even though you promised, but maybe you were busy, or maybe your schedule changed. But what say you? What's up?
Well, everyone, it's good to be back. I knew everything that was going on is just temporary, especially in terms of what's going on in the country. Folks, let's share the show. As always, the Liberian women are the most beautiful women on earth, and the Liberian people are the most important people on earth. Feels good to be back. Yes, yesterday I got caught up and busy with something that took up almost the entire day, so that's why I didn't make it on the show. But I'm back. I'm happy to be back. We'll talk to politics. We'll talk to social talk. We'll talk everything. I'm here. It feels good to be back, Milbo. So it's on you. I don't know what's going on. Yeah, but folks, let's share the show. It's on Milbo, so he can start it with the social part and we'll get into the politics. Milbo, what say you? I give it back to you. Are you running the show? So
yeah, thank you. I think from the social part, I think there are so many things happening in the social news. Yeah, the fighting among our sisters. There was this trending video quite recently, I think, where we saw 2 of our sisters fighting in the streets, and these things have been intensifying now for a little time now that people, most of our females, my brother, they fought for men business. And I don't understand the reason why some of them fought for, because, like, for example, even if the man is with you and you're not even taking care of the man want to find another happiness out there, but you want to fight for him. So it's something lacking that maybe the other lady who quote with this man that she's not giving, that this guy want to go out there to check maybe for something else, or what will happen. Because thank God that you are the social chairman here today. Maybe I'll ask you some of the questions as to, because this thing now becoming like normal thing where you will see most of our women, our mothers, or even our sisters, they all be fighting each other, and sometimes that they will punish you. You see your whole husband, your man, then you say you're punishing the man. Now when the man go over food ulcer, then you want to fight the person that gave the man food ulcer. So my brother, I think I read social news because I came across more than 2 to 3 videos, even one from the southeast to where Muna resides, where I'm also getting news that the 2 ladies are also fighting for Burkina Bees. So I said, but what is going on now? What are they fighting about? Go ahead, my young man.
You said they're fighting for what?
For some, I will get Burkina Bee garden that can be brushing here and there, my brother.
My man, that normal thing that for a woman to fight for me, it's a good thing. Let them know way. Mama, we are very valuable, Now the problem that with you don't understand that part. We are very valuable. Let them fight for me, and I'm back. But the only thing I can say is, I want to say to all the men, watching the show. If women, any woman go fight for you, the two women that fight for you, lead two of them. Then that's your man and women. Any woman that go fight for you, leave her. She not ready yet. I'm only advising the men, but for a woman to fight for men, that's news. It been happening. And if fighting for Burkina Faso too, and that private, any leader like brother, whether fighting for Burkina Faso, let them fight for Burkina Faso. Men are men. Me, I get problem with that one. No, I don't have one issue with that one. If the Burkina, if the Liberian men say that, then the Burkina Faso men take the women in for them, that's okay too. What the last time you saw two men fighting for a woman? When the last time you saw that in the news? It don't exist. We don't do that. But guess what? Women can fight for men. So if women fighting for men, it's not an issue to me. It's a you know, in fact, it's a good news. It's a very, very good news. That means we are scarce. The scarcity of men in the market too, man. That means we have plenty of value, brother. So as I speak to you, I'm overwhelmed. The only thing the men should leave both of them after they finish fighting for him. Leave both of them. They're not serious. In fact, they're not good women. Anyone want to fight for you, they're not a good woman. They're not good women. It's also being woman play to be fighting. What are you fighting for? You rebel? So leave both of them. So two of them fight. Leave two of them. Don't go judge who are wrong, who are right, who are there, who are there. Leave both of them. The only way I don't leave both of you unless one person say they were walking away and the other person can attack them from the back or something. Hey, then I'll leave it. But I'm not going to go sit down there. Both of you start arguing or whatever. So you start making plans and you start making noise. I will leave both of you. You don't see we're useless. Both of you are useless. Yep. Because no good woman will fight for men being. No. And the fact that you know they're not good women.
But Chairman, today's follow-up question, in case you are married, or because mind you, sometimes these things are, look, people that be real. You will see that most of our sisters, sometimes they will be a little bit quiet, committed into that, you know, into the friendship, because I don't want to say boyfriend and girlfriend, into the boyfriend and girlfriend. When they have, maybe when they may have graduated from boyfriend and girlfriend, now they want to stand down and say, okay, now I think this is about time that I control and take care of everything, if I can do everything. So sometimes, because I watched the story of Lopu and even Naomi in Nimba County. That's why I'm saying this thing, because most of our sisters, they will want to neglect you, the men. But the chairman, the way he's sounding, that when they fight for you, you should be happy. How you be happy? In case now, a month, two of them, maybe two of them now leave you and go, then what's going to happen to you?
Mais bon, I don't know how you want to twist this question. I don't know what you want to say. Let me clarify something for you. Marriage are not jail sentence. Marriage does not mean that you don't get no freedom or something wrong with you or you're sick. Let me get it clear. That title, you sign a piece of paper, all that thing that you do in front of God, you take a vow in front of God. That ain't true. That crap that ain't true. It's a waste of time. You're not going to take no crap in front of God. God not passing around saying around when everybody marriage. That ain't true. That is not true. All that thing what you do in the chair, in the ceremony, and you take an oath in front of God, whatever, leave that crap. You know, I mean, an oath when I take in front of God, honor a winky bit. So leave that story. Leave that other story. But what I'm saying, in essence, is this between me and you. What I'm saying is this. Whether the woman chooses to go again, whether the person is married with somebody else and want to move the relationship. Look, brother, life is simple. If the other woman has satisfied with the decision the man made, and a man get married woman, that one can go marry man. So if I choose again to marry another woman, then you should make that decision for me. You woo. So I'm saying to you that if somebody chooses again and the other woman has satisfied, then me or that woman will just take it my easy exit P and D, go to the place where they were born one man for one woman or whatever. Even the life that we're living, the equation is not one man for one woman. It's not possible. So you passing around your head, I think one man will be for one woman and that person will be for you and that person. You're wasting your time. So anyway, you turn the question, it comes down to one thing. If you think that your mom born you as a woman and you are entitled to have one man to yourself and keep you in the house and get me there for you alone or whatever it is, it's okay. You can think that in your head. Guess what? The people are saying that I think I'm a billionaire in my head. Does that mean I'm a billionaire? No, they're realities. I'm not a billionaire. So the thing why you think in your head that the born one person for you and the person is just for you, then guess what? You're not going to think in your head, but the reality is, my friend, You are in a competition. The life that we're living is all about competition. Leave all that small story there. Leave that all that small thing you're talking about is not important. The one that important is if you now want to go, the person who want to will stay. Simple. And as you go, they will bring another person to replace you. What did happen? What did happen?
So that means that in follow up, because I've been seeing some strange things happening a few times. Well, most of our women, they will sit down, they, put away their husbands, or maybe someone mistreat their men and so forth. By the time the men get another woman, then they run to court. I think similar case that happened in Magibi, even right here in Monserrado, with the name I just mentioned, Lapu. People run to court and say, oh, Lapu stole somebody else, but I ended up to go to my brother. The whole case, no. So, in passing, I'm just advising most of my sisters, our mothers. Take care of the one you get. See your husband or your man as the child. Whenever you have child as a lady, right? The way you can love that child so dearly. That's how you should love your husband or your man. But if you neglect the person and you're saying that the person shouldn't go out, for me, I think that human rights violation. That God said I ain't even with that even be with you. That's different. Yeah.
I've told you before, and I'll say it again. People will get vexed with me, but let them go take the time and just deal with human beings, make the research, even the women. It is not in the ability of women to love a man. Women do not love a man. They don't love men. They can. It's not possible. That ability is not there.
No,
they don't have that capacity. Let me tell you something. What women interpret. And let me say this to the women on the show. Anytime you are a woman, you choose to love a man, you will lose that man. It's not in your ability to love a man. I will say again. Any woman that loves a man will lose that man. Because what women interpret as love is actual territorial and protection. You can say, and let me tell you how to interpret the love for a man. Here's part of the love for a man. They want to protect you for another woman. So they can't in the form of jealousy. They will wake up 2, 3 in the morning to check your phone. They will wake up in the name of they love you. They want to control you, you the man. They will wake up in the name of they love you. If you don't even get a chance, even the money you work for, you as a man, you work for your own money. They will want control how they spend that money. You see it? But that's how they interpret love. And we see that as we see that as challenge and competition. I'm saying it to you, I'm giving you a direct one. I get to lie to nobody. So what they interpret as love, we see a different way. Now, what I've always encouraged women to do, whether young or old, 2 things. Men will need respect and we need honor. Those 2 things that forget about all your extra things. Forget about all that love. We don't care about that thing. Because some of you're not love more than 10 different men anyway. Yeah, you're loved and just don't move on. 1 minute you're loving the other person. You are so in love with your ex. You're so in love with the new man. You're so in love with the other person. You're so in love with the other person. You're loved and looking at the same car. You're just switching it from one phone to another, switching it from one phone to another. So the whole love that looking funny now. It's just looking you. You understand? So at the end of the day, I'll be clear to the women. Stop saying you love a man. Respect and honor a man. And that respect and honoring men mean stop dressing a certain way, start acting a certain way, start doing things that will get on your nerves. If the man tell you, say, please, leave my phone alone, respect yourself and leave your phone alone. That's not your phone, that's your phone. And your number attached to that phone. If somebody won't call you, they will call your own number. The thing when you put in that phone, don't go there. Leave it alone. Stop asking them for a social media password.
And quickly follow up before we switch quickly with the issue of let me just call this ownership. I think most of these things people have to be educated to this thing that when we are married, that means we know, and even my share belong to and even my shares belong to you. Anything I do, you should know what kind of color that my shares are. And I think these things, and I think that's the right thing, Chairman. We're getting these things because even if you go back to the Bible says what the right hand does, the left hand shouldn't know. But again, and this thing,
the people may marry low, they say that praising you in.
our forefathers before they used to live life like this without our mothers checking our fathers, without our fathers checking our mothers. But none of them, my brother, even your trousers hang up. By the time the woman when you go to I say, my man will marry you. I think I'm going to marry because Steve is look like complete. The poor man married instead of married to be happy place. It looked like complete prison compound because I don't know how some people take these things, especially most of our sisters. They see like they are entitled. That's why you see the tensions. Even if the man, that, for example, on you, Steve, you go out there tomorrow, you marry, go out there, you make mistake. You have someone and such get baby for you. You will be afraid to even come home.
Let's get something clear. I don't use that as stupid title. No, I don't use that as stupid title to disrespect other women. There is no such thing as side chick. You see, people pass around this stupid title, they don't even know what it means. There is nothing as side chick.
Okay.
Those words are not realistic, no boy. Let me tell you the truth. Woman are woman. Let me say this to you. There is no such thing as side chick. No. No. I'm telling you the truth. There is it doesn't exist.
So before you come into that, I like that kind of maybe clarification that you want to give. That's good. Because people don't know. Sometimes we just take name and put it on ourselves. What are the name good? What are the suit also? We don't know. All we know they are side chick. But Chairman, my saying is that sometimes you will be afraid as men to come home and even inform your wife that, oh, you know, when I went, like for example, when I went Nimba to go work with Asira Minto, you know, we all human beings and they try to, you know, get me water from the table and everything. And she myself, we have something to do. So, but in that doing, I made mistake. In fact, it will get you. You will be afraid to tell your wife. And guess what? That child will struggle. That child will suffer. No way for you to even communicate with that child and bring that child to his or her brothers or sister for them to be connected. No, because the women, they are sour, most of them. Let me be frank. That's just a fact. 98, not 90, but most of our sisters, mothers, they are sour. They don't want to even hear that. They don't want to even hear about that. So my brother, you see, most of our men, you know, they having the people, they have their children passing around, no here, no there. But what say you, Chairman?
Well, Milborn, let's start with our time. First of all, pregnancy is not airborne disease. I don't use that word mistake also when men pregnant another woman. Not a mistake. No, not a mistake. Pregnancy is not airborne disease. Don't look in the sky. You don't look in the sky and get pregnant. You see, me, I like to keep it fair. We as men, we do things deliberately, or we do things because at that point, maybe we couldn't control our desire at the time, right?
Yes.
So it's not a mistake. I don't want to use that word mistake. The same way I don't use words like side chick or whatever it is. My man, if I decide to be with any woman, you are another woman, or you are a woman. The same way there's another woman, you are another woman too. Did that story? We're not calling you no side. All that stupid statement is a waste of time. That stupid statement is a waste of time, my brother. That other women they try to use the word so that I can bring other women down. In America, they can use that stupid thing. But let me tell you something. Who they can call so-called, I don't know, side chick or whatever.
Side chick.
Sometimes those people, I don't use those words. Like you can use it. Me, I don't use those words. I'm very careful about my words. And I'm deliberate about words that I use. Anywhere I use, I'm careful about it and I know why I'm using it. Sometimes the women that are out there or the women that other men that men are with, to be very honest, they even bring better peace and relief to the men than even the woman that was married or that is married to that man.
Chairman, you know what I like about you.
Very, very honest. And this is what they don't understand. That's what they don't get. You passing around, it's just like you passing around with some kind of stupid paper because you're signing paper to quote.
See the comment coming from Antoinette Gallo. He said, if we are one. So because the Bible says the two of you shall become one, that means the person formed that you're formed. No.
No, but let me work out Antoinette Gallo. Let me lend my tongue. Need that we are one. Need that we are one thing. And I seen Bible Antoinette Gallo.
Together now.
And I seen Bible Antoinette won't use. I can use Bible too. Why it said that the Bible, that the part they want to agree with. But then here's the issue. Here's the issue that's very important. Why it said that when a man wants a thing, what he pay money for, then you can refuse your word, Jim Trust and main nurse. Hey, you want? Why you gonna say you're tired? Hey, you want? Oh, when it comes for taking the money and doing other things, you're not tired. When it's time for you to go spend, do other funny things, you're not tired. But when it comes in the house, time for the man to tell you, say, oh, same way I want me, I know how to cook. Can you please cook for me? Then you make noise. Let me say this. I encourage all men. I'm saying it today. I encourage all men. If you feel the need to get more than one woman, get more than one woman. There's nothing wrong with it. You are not going to help. Let me say this. Wait now. You're not going to help. In fact, you will live longer. In fact, it's very healthy. It's productive. I would encourage all men. If you feel the need, it's a personal choice.
No, if you get power reference, that one, my brother.
If you feel the need, I'm encouraging all men openly. The day you feel the need that you want another woman, get it. There is nothing wrong with it. You're not going to help. I'm saying that if you're going to help, then Abraham will be in hell. David must be in hell. Solomon must be in hell. Jacob must be. All those guys must be in hell. If they're not being here, then I mean there will be lost in heaven. Because then I mean God himself on his passion. We are talking that way. We will talk it that way. What you run now? What really going on?
So to just add up to you, Chairman, you see the reason why we're struggling today that because of all these people that my sister or Antonia got, what you just stated. So the mindset now is because we are married, so that means you own the man and the man own. No. Look, God gave everybody have their own separate lives. That's why God will charge you.
Somebody ask me question, answer me. I don't let question pass. I let you respect for especially when I ask question. Lucretia Nelson, I am married to 5 women. Yes, and I can handle all 5. What are you talking? So what making you see me looking here to area that energetic?
Chairman, so what the difference? You married to one, you get more than 10 side chicks. What kind of life is that?
Man, I said I don't use that statement there, man. That disrespect other women. That statement I meant to disrespect other women. Let me tell you something, woman or woman. They never seen you do the other woman, what I think. Leave that story, man. Don't leave that. Listen, that other women use the title of disrespect and friendly. In fact, like I said, the other women are also some of them are much better.
Oh, yeah, 5 better. I join you and say 5 better. They are 5 better. You're right, Steve.
5 better. They bring peace of mind. Some of them are very cooperative. Some of them, that one make sense. They are winning. I say that one make it they are winning. Look at Lucretia. Let me tell you in Lucretia in that department. Lucretia, I don't know what time it is. In that department. I will be checking like that. Don't smoke. Lucretia, I'm a department there. What are you talking? What you want to tell me?
So to my sister Antonia, let me just get Exodus 21 verse 10. Read it. If you satisfy with that word, that's if you don't want to read it, it's up. If you want to come back to the New Testament, then let's go back to also to where they got it, where they're collecting the tithe, you got offering from. I don't need people that can collect tithe and offering from the Old Testament. That means we're still coming back to the same Old Testament. Even if you want to do follow-up, go back also to the book of Timothy.
Man, nobody got time to go read that in there. No, they don't know. My man, somebody ask me a question. Somebody ask me a question.
What happened say?
Somebody say, oh, Steve, you get 5 wives?
No, not yet.
Where now, how do you manage, brother? Does your back?
No,
yo, let me tell you something. Abraham, you know how long Abraham lived? You found out Abraham made a back strong. Look, oh man, I don't know something. Look, some of y'all don't understand the thing. You want a man to be healthy? You want your man to be healthy? To
live long. They don't even know I'm a wife. I'm happy that I want to be saying 18. Do not Wesley. My wife can be happy.
No, look, you know the psychological impact that really the man body can be having. You don't understand the thing. You're just passing around making men stress, and the men just dying in the house. Some of them get you my blood running like nothing. I'm supposed to die from stroke. I'm supposed to pass around and be walking. I don't jet. I don't want to go, my dear. Oh no, I don't. Yo, that is, I don't even know how to say it. That is thing why I like. I don't drink, I don't smoke. I'm not department there. Yes. Everybody got what they can do. You know,
Let me tell you. Before we transition to the to politics, let me tell somebody today. That's why you see most of the homes, most of our life today are not straightened because we think that we want to do the right thing, and the right thing we are doing is wrong. Who told you that as a man, if you want second woman, you can get it? But because the people come and brainwash you, they tell you that this one is impossible. Don't do this. Don't do that. They lie to you. So you take it in and say, yeah, oh, that one Muslim. Who told you that one Muslim? Go back to your Bible. It's there. Go back into the Bible. Nobody telling you don't read your Bible. It's there. But because you choose not to do it. And when you come back down to the New Testament, you say, okay, and that come back to the New Testament, good. We agree. Now the New Testament also say if you want to be a deacon, if you want to be a bishop, it should be person of one wife. Steve, what's our interpretation to that?
My man, the first player I tell you, say the people don't think that there is a control thing. I marry you. You so tell me if I so get another woman or not. You who? Are you marry me? And then you good. All way around. I marry you. If I won't get another woman, I'll get another woman. I will get another woman. And that's why you need to meet a woman approval or whatever. We're not answering meeting for that. You know, I had a landlord while in Africa growing up. When the man go out, they may have two in the hall. When the man go outside, he knocks on in there. And he won't bring the tail one. He's like, what you do? That landlord today, I know that landlord are people. And now, that now understand that landlord been people from day one. The man will call it 2 women in meeting. He will call them. They be saying that the other one I call, they finish eating everything. They saying that watching TV. Then he will tell me. You know what he will say, Mabel? You know what he will tell me? So why if I pregnant another woman? What you always say? Check that out. And I will say, oh, well, and we can't throw children away. You know, children. The other one will say, you know, when you pregnant another woman, say, che, you know, why we can't just have the child? The man will say, let me tell you, you'll be expecting another pregnancy to me.
Simple life. Try to be happy with life. So you're making life so difficult.
My brother, those women live long without men as long as I was there. Some of them, they stay alive till today. They were happy. The men can go and bring the children and bring it outside. The good thing about the men were working and thinking, you know, you had no fun. The men ready. And you know the good thing, my man, you know what I mean for you to be changing room?
So,
Mama, you know anybody to see one room and see another room?
Our mothers of these days women, they are the problem. Nothing can be done.
People.
All of them, everybody will enjoy it. Everybody will be happy. You go in the market, you get your laptop, you get this. The men should only be able to do. That means to be able to take care of all of you. But you won't possess everything and you're not able to give nothing. You're not able to give the man peace. You're not able to take care of the man. Who will live for her? I go Nimba, for example, I go work. Then you wait here. Then me, I be waiting for who?
My man, that landlord our people, my man. When I see the man here, my man, when I see the man here full ass at night, tonight he's sleeping always sleeping out. I say, correct. What are you talking? What do you want to tell me? They go get the new braver. Yeah.
Don't forget about these people who can be brainwashing you. And they be doing. They just be bringing confusion with 0 to 0, this and that, all the kind of thing. So which one?
You know the good thing. You know the good thing I love myself. You know the good thing I love myself. I will tell anybody until I die. There is no woman on this sun that will give me stress. I will pack you some money and I will bring somebody else there. What are you talking? What do you want to tell me? Look, in fact, look, the person who will replace you will be warming up on the touch of booga. Soon you misbehave you out. The other person will come in. We're not wasting time, my brother. Because I know when I reach something like maybe 80, 90, I might not be active in the game like that. You understand?
If you not tend to old school or retirement,
before I get there, I will make sure your replacement is always on the line. You try it. And the good thing about me, we're not making fuss or we're not making announcement. You try it or leave. Oh, yes.
The chairman won't put me in trouble.
That was what I did. Everybody get it, what to do. I'm my own. I said, go say your own.
Actually, so people, those of you, our mothers and sisters, those of you out there that, because let me be frank with you, Steve. Like a lady called me, you know, and she said she can really enjoy our social talk. And said, well, maybe everything you can be saying some on our social issue. Only that day when you were talking about the book of Exodus, I thought this is not in about, because people don't want to tell us about these things, no, because they feel that I want to tell you, you don't want to maybe to learn some of these things. So you're fighting each other. That the kind of system they put together, so that you can see your own sister the enemy. Look up, see what happened that day in Nimba or Steve, where that headed by lady, that big woman had to beat that little girl Naomi in the name of Naomi was laughing to her husband. She nearly killed Naomi. For what reason? Today, where is she now? So why you behaving like that? For what reason? Life is just so easy to live. Very, very easy to live. So what we're saying here is that if your husband, there's misunderstanding every time back to back, you can't understand. Find way and tell and ask your husband only what's going on. If there's anything we all can handle it up and be able to find that person, maybe they think that you like that doing it, or maybe then you find way out and solve some of the issues. But because of the entitlement today, Steve, the issue of entitlement from our mothers and sisters, that was for the most of our marriages today. Because they feel that
Antoinette wrote something that's interesting, and I support her. Let me support Antoinette. Let me support 100%. You see, me, I let her be fair. This is what she says. Let me put it on here so we can read it. I love this statement. But if the man brings in another baby from outside, I will bring mine from outside too, and we'll see who will be the loser. Antoinette, let me agree with you. I applaud you. I agree that it should be equal. But also, if the man chooses to leave, don't get vexed. He has the right to leave. I want to be clear on that one. The same way how if a man brings in a child and you choose to leave too, you have the right to leave. The man can be there. We must tussle. You see, it's like that balance. When people make choices and decisions, it's okay to respect them. When you make your own, to let people respect. My only concern with most Liberian people I deal with is when they make choices and decisions, and this is even in our families, when they make their choices and decisions, people must respect it. But when people decide to make their own choices and decisions, then they get problem with their choices and decisions. This is where I have problem. But if everybody were just respecting people's choices and decisions, Anthony, we don't have problem. If you choose to go outside and get a child because they may get a child, that's great. That's what I want in America, going tit for tat. Great. But if the man decides to leave you, we don't want your friend. Oh, yes. Because the man marry you, now you marry him. If you think you will go outside and because the man bring child, so you go and bring child to, and the man say you want to leave you, my friend, call a family meeting, all you want, you are gone. Yes, me, in my book, it mean that made talking about, you gone. And that means that your husband, the father, see the particular thing that you wrote here, you're suspect already. You're packing your load over and start packing it. I'm telling you. And I start packing your load, my dear. Yeah, and I start putting your load together. When I start packing your kitty shows that the Ghana must go, or we're gonna bet we'll put it in, we'll start packing it small, packaging it for you to leave. Because that means that the recipe for you to be on your way there. Yep. So, but hey, everybody's different. Everybody got their own cup of tea. Some people can handle those things, some people can handle it. So
Steve, to that comment, let me just say this to her today that most of our forefathers, in fact, they've been carrying babies like that when there were no DNA. Let me look. Sometimes women, you make this thing to look like you people are so extra, maybe perfect group of people, and we the men, we are maybe the kind of group. No, we know these things. Some of us, we know these things that yes, indeed, our forefathers, but then they used to take some pregnancy like that. How would they know whether the pregnancy belong to them or not? No, because by then there was no DNA. So you go out there, you do your lay 1 2 1 2, you come with a pregnancy. All our fathers know by then the pregnancy for them.
So Melbourne, one of my sisters wrote something that's very interesting here, because right after the news bulletin, we're getting the politics. She said men then think they are God's gift to women. Oh yes, 100%. Men are God's gift to women. 100%. Let me say again, 100%. Men are God's gift to women. 100%. I will say it again. Men are God's gift to women. 100%. The most important thing that will be in your life as a woman is a man. Let me say it again. The most important thing that will be in your life as a woman is a man. I don't care what kind of book you learn. I don't care what you do. Let me prove it to you. Let me prove it to you. First thing first. That's why I can pass around, oh, women come and women do. No woman can come anyway. So let's leave that part. We'll get to that conversation another time. It's not possible. You're probably not reading signs or you don't understand some things. Second thing, the two names you will carry for the rest of your life. Either your partner name or your husband name. The two names you carry. Why you can't carry your man name? Even your man last name that you carry now, another man name on your man. You know that? Let me say it to you. You see, this is where you lose traction. You lose focus. To understand that men are the most important thing in any woman's life. That's why all the so-called independent women or whatever it is, they got barber shop to the house. Go check them. All the so-called independent women got barber shop to the house. They get toys in the house. When you pop out the house, there's no barber shop. You can get them cutting their hair on there. Who cut their hair waiting in there? Who can be cutting their hair in there? Who? The reason I'm saying these things is because you guys try, some of you guys try to devalue men and degrade men. This is where the problem is. You devalue men, you degrade men, you honor men who you do. And you think that men are not important. Try being single. Try being single. Please, try it. I beg you, try being single. What are the single man here? You can. Try being single and doing it on your own. You can complain the whole day. The most important thing in your life, let me say it today, until you die as a woman, is the man in your life. I'm saying it to you today.
And let me join you.
Mimi,
Let me join you also quickly before we go for the news. Let me join you also to that.
Let me answer Mimi. I beg you, Chief. Let me just respond to Mimi for 1 second. Mimi, that's a great question. Me, I don't answer personal question.
All right, so quickly, so Steve, let me join you to that quickly. I think you know some of our mothers and sisters, they don't know the importance of men. Let me tell you, Mama. Maybe let me just tell some of you, even the let me tell our sister Lucretia Gibson, whenever there is a situation in your home, the first person that they will ask for is your husband or your man. Where her husband? Where her man? They want to know first because it will be man to man. When you don't have, then they say, okay, you bring her. So that's what Steve is saying. And what Steve is saying is very, very important. Some of you, look, you take this thing for a joke. Yeah, I can live without men. You can let you will not be complete. That like one us two men. Even without you, we cannot be complete. So that's why the Bible, you got to go how to make us to sleep and take you for us. But maybe some of you don't know this. So men are important. So Steve, I think the news people say we should continue. Yeah, with the show. Yeah.
Okay. So let me answer. Hold on. Let me answer my sister. Mommy, I think she has a great question. Mommy, first of all, I don't answer personal questions. I personally don't do it. If you want to know my status or you want to know me, call me on a personal level. In public, I don't answer personal questions. That's the first thing. Secondly, I'm not the type of man. I'm not a popcorn boy. I go to work. Let me say this to everybody on Facebook. The reason why I talk the way I talk and I say the things I say and the stands I take, I've worked for everything I've got in my life. I don't suck up. I don't suck up to nobody. I don't call no politician. I don't call nobody and say, oh, please help me with they want. Please do they want. Do me a favor. I don't do that nonsense. If I got to go push my cartoon to Walmart, I will push it with pride and dignity as long as I'm earning my living. So you see me, I let to respect myself. So I'm not sitting around for no woman to go work and can't pay bill for me. I don't do that foolishness. I feel if you want to be a man, be a man. If you want to be living on women or whatever, then you are now a man. You sold your birthright. And then when you decide as a man to send your boyfriend, your manhood to a woman or to your friend, man, then we know how to treat you. Then we know how to communicate with you. So that's a brilliant question, but I don't sit around for any woman to do anything for me. I don't do that. No, I don't operate like that. I don't beg for anything. Even if you make you involved and you my thing what I pay for what we agree on that we start so I won't misbehave, I can misbehave. It's okay. I will get somebody else I will misbehave. Oh, we're not gonna make noise on that one. I'm telling you straight up. We are not gonna make noise on that one because I will get somebody else that willing to misbehave with me. You are my own thing. What we agree on. I still be misbehaving. You tell me say I can't misbehave. When that kind won't misbehave, you say no, you can't misbehave. My dear, 1 or 2 times without misbehaving again, you gotta go. I will replace you with somebody who is willing to misbehave. They're not going to play on my intelligence. No, we're not going to play that little game. The person who you keeping my own thing, what we agree on, what you keeping it for, carry to them. I will find somebody who willing for to misbehave, and when that person comes, will be misbehaving. Simple. They think that simple thing. What is all the men knows on? We're not so men knows on that thing. It's simple. It means how I look at life. So you have a good question here. If you want to know my status, reach out to me personally. I will tell you. But I don't answer. I don't deny or confirm personal status in public. That I'm a business. I don't do that. I keep my personal and my private life to me. Me. Anybody want to say, oh, you married, you divorced, you're not married, or you separated, you're not married, you single, whatever. Carry any title you want to carry. I could care less. That's not my issue. I don't worry about that. The one I worry about when I come here discussing the thing I will discuss. You won't believe me? You don't want to believe me? If you want to know my status, hit me up. I will tell you. But anyway, let's move on. Let's get into the politics of the day.
No, but Steve, these are your life. These are your life happening situations that affect all of us. Whether you minister, whether you president, you know, whosoever you think you be, my brother, these things affect all of us. So that's why when we come here, we want to discuss these things so that other people, you know, can learn. But to man, Binta Belede quickly, she said something to me, Steve, you know, and their comment about is good. But let me just say this to our Uma. Man, Binta Belede, in fact, happy Abraham Day to you. She said, maybe don't mind these nurse women out there. They are acting nurse and accepting everything. You say one because they want to chakla. I know, Mama. I know them good, but they are good ones and they are bad ones. But again, sometimes the one that can be homeless, still just take or if I said, can even be terrible than the one that even outside. And we don't know why. But again, that's the life we find ourselves in. So when we come here, we're not making any reference to ourselves, no, but to people and, you know, as human, our own observation. So my brother, go ahead and tell.
So wait. I don't let certain things slide. When people accuse me or put their feelings into things, I like to check it quick before we can move on. To Mimi, I could care less if you think I'm disrespectful to women. I don't care. I don't care. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter to me. I speak the truth and I stand by the facts. I don't fool around. And I am not here to appease to anybody. If you take what I say personal, that your business. You take it as face value, that your business. But I will say the truth. Whatever I say, you don't have to agree with me. You have right to disagree with me. I agree. If you also want to project your feelings and make it seem like, oh, you disrespectful. Look, I don't hear the worst. I could care less.
I don't even know, Steve. I don't even know what some of them, what their own interpretation of the word disrespect.
Does not matter to me. It doesn't move me. It has no bearings on me. I just want to be clear. So if you feel I'm disrespectful, keep it moving. It is what it is. I don't care. I don't answer personal questions. I'm not answerable to you or to anybody. I say it the way I see it, and I stand by what I stand by. If you don't like my stance, that's fine. It's okay. Go to the place where they can tell you sweet talk and turn around and lie to you. Go to the place where they can put your own for pretense and intention, but you'll find out later on that I lie. Me, I'm a realist. I keep it 100%. I don't sugarcoat. I don't sweet talk. No, I've never done that in my life. I will never do that. I say as it is. Even women I'm with, I will give you certain warning. I will tell you straight up. If I'm with a woman, I will tell you, if you do certain things, I will leave you. And if you try and test me, I will leave you. Oh, I tell you straight up. If you believe it, maybe when you reach out to me personally, I will give you a couple of references so you can go ask. You know me. You don't know me. You think I only on Facebook I roll? The way I roll, I did how I roll. I don't play games. So I don't care about your feelings. I don't care about your opinion. You are not important. That's why you are here. So you will listen to what I have to say, and you can disagree with me. I could care less. Maybe let's move on.
So, my brother, thank you. Let's move on. Sheikh just joining us from Nimba County. Sheikh Sharif, after a huge celebration on yesterday with, Yup, I don't know, 1.4 billion. I don't know what kind of concentrators or how you may call it yesterday, the celebration in Nimba. Sheikh just joined us, but again, Sheikh, quickly just give us a few updates quickly from Nimba. What going, what's up, what say you long time? You've been away, Cyprian been around, but thank you for joining us. Go ahead, my dear brother.
Yes, it is. I've been around Nimba and I've been going up and down. Besides, I've been having a little internet connection problem, but it's good that people been around town. But yes, it was wonderful yesterday at Yekepa. That's Zoe. We went there and we saw. But the expectation of Nimbaran didn't meet yesterday, especially the way they were thinking of because the rumors, the news that been coming from the social media and from some people who they believe to have interest in them concerning the information that Aslam Meta, the president will come here to renew the contract, the second phase agreement for Aslam Meta to steal in Liberia. That was the news coming here, and that prompted the youth of Nimba County, the student community, to protest yesterday that they don't want the president to accept the second phase of the contract, the concession agreement between Aslam Meta and that of the county, so the country as well. So the president should not agree to it. But on the other hand, the protesters were somehow pre-briefed before the day of the protest. That was on the eve of the protest, according to the man who started the whole protest. That was Prentice Duma, the son of Nimba County, who started the whole thing. And later we understood that he received $2,000 from the company, asking them to not protest. But they received the money they wanted to protest, and that allowed Aslam Meta to barricade them from entering to the main side of the meeting where they have the program. But yesterday, a huge number of Nimbaran gathered in Zoe, just not too far from Yekepa at the concession site. And but they were, according to many of the elders, they were thinking that there's going to be the interaction between the government and that of the local people, so they can hear their side of the story as to what is happening with them in the affected communities as well, because almost all of the members of the affected community were invited. The town chief, the parliament chief, the youth were all represented, but it was just that they have gone to just witness the program. They have asked no means to ask question. They have no means to talk. Even no elders spoke yesterday. It was just the inauguration of the contractation of that's what happened yesterday. And since it happened yesterday, we didn't see anything. The president broke ground. He dedicated to the people that yes, you can use it now. So that it didn't come down well with the people yesterday in Nimba. I must tell you, there was a serious bad feeling. It was only yesterday the superintendent, the CEO, Mr. Meta, and that of the president spoke yesterday. That part of Nimba County yesterday, and then they went into the machine, they check it up, and what we hear that is going to be, but what we hear is at that place there are some waste products should remain, always remaining in that part of Nimba County, and the only place they had machine to do that was bomb mines. Bomb mine had that machine before, so they were thinking about taking some of the waste material, carrying it to bomb mine to sift it to take the iron ore from there, because when it remain in dirt and it can be good, it will be dirty and many resources will remain. So they decide to bring a machine, so the machine will sift it and make it clean, so nothing will leave on the ground, on the floor. Because once something leaves there, the mountain will begin to grow by certain years. The mountain will begin to grow by. But when they bring the machine to filter it, will make sure every resources that is on the floor, nothing will leave back, and it will clean everything, and then they will take it away. But according to them, it was 1.4 billion, investment. But that's been a question, as you bring 1.4 billion investment to the county. Well, what become the citizens? What become the citizens? Citizens crying all along. This road we said where they operating. If you see the town, you will not even know if that concession area maybe. Maka Kim yesterday we all met there. You saw it. If you see the place, you now know that they are operating no area, and the citizens themselves are there. For example, yesterday the children were protesting. The citizens were threatening the children if you continue protesting out after Meta the local or bar, will bring on your double also for you guys, you know. So you got the children at first, someone else start running away, you know. But yesterday the president spoke plentifully, and the superintendent was like giving a little bit like to the company. But people are saying that it was a stage management because before the president came, the president went to the farm of the vice president, and then they spent some time alongside the CEO of Asper Mental. They spent some time, they spent more than 2-3 hours, and then they started to drive to come. Before they came down, it was like people are saying that the program already been here at the vice president farm before coming to Zorowe. So as soon as they came to Zorowe, less than 15 to 20 minutes, the whole program was over. So citizens are then having a view to express their intention as to what happening to them, so the president can understand, or maybe the stakeholder. And then one of the things they did yesterday, again, they did respect the Nimba Legislative Caucus that have to do with the Nimba lawmakers who's supposed to be there to craft some of those ideas as to what is going to happen in the next future to come. But they left out some of the officials, except those who feel that they're part of the Unity Party. They were uninvited. They went there. That will have to do with the Legislative Caucus chairperson, I would say, Sylvester Miana, and Ronyan Flomo. Ronyan Flomo is from the ANC. He came to power through the ANC, but now he has invested himself into the Unity Party, like he's a member of the Unity Party. More often, anywhere in Unity Party goes, he's always there. Alongside, there's number one lawmaker, I was saying the Kuma Brown. These were the 3 uninvited lawmakers were there yesterday. You could see yesterday, Melbourne, that they invited the lawmakers and they didn't get in that credit. The superintendent are more respectful on that program than even the lawmakers, and that have to do it. You saw the comment from.
All right, thank you. Yes, thank you so much, Sheikh. We have so many things happening right now as we speak. Finally, the government of Liberia, through the Liberia National Police, has have 5 lawmakers charged and in the explosive arson plot, and that's the latest news. So, Steve, Mose, my dear brother, in a stunning turn of events, the Liberia National Police has formally charged 5 sitting members of the House of Representatives in connection with an alleged arson conspiracy that has rocked the political establishment. Among the accused are Grand Jada County District Number 3 Representative Jacob Debbie, Maserado County District Number 15 Representative Abu Kamara, and Maserado County District Number 16 Representative Dixon Sibo, and Maserado County District Number 5 Representative Priscilla Cooper, and former House Speaker J. Fonanti Kofa, representative of Grand Creek County District Number 2. They have been charged ranging from arson and criminal mischief to criminal facilitation, reckless indictment, criminal attempt to commit murder, and criminal conspiracy. Underscore the gravity of the accusations. Authorities have launched legal proceedings, signing a major test for Liberia judicial system. Growing concern over political integrity. So far, so good. But meanwhile, Maserado County District Number 5 Representative Frank Safoko, and Bon County District Number 3 Representative J. Marvin Cole, previously listed because there were 7. So these two lawmakers, according to information, they are person of interest, but they have been dismissed from the investigation. So far, so good. 5 persons have been charged, and that's the latest news in Liberia, Steve. And that are the rest of our followers, viewers, and other listeners.
Well, Melbourne, let me say this. What I'm about to say will sound somehow, but let me say my truth as always, and people can disagree with us. We respect that. It's sweet for them. Starting from Fonanti Kofa. In fact, I want for them to take them to Salt Beach. I do. And I will encourage them to arrest Safoko and arrest J. Marvin Cole, and let some of them be locked up. If possible, all the rule of law caucus people, let them arrest all of them. I say all of them, including Musa Hassan Belete. I'm saying on the show today. Yes, I'm saying it. You know why I'm saying it? We warn them. We told them on the show. You know, when we say some things, people think we hate the country or we hate certain people. But what we understand, what we know when you're dealing with a certain group of people, You must take a certain stand and don't budge, don't change it. Because when you change it, it will come back to haunt you and to bite you. And that's exactly what happened to them. Why did Fanatic over resign? Why the Fanatic over resign? Why? Why? What was the issue? Why the Fanatic over resign? I hear them making all kind of funny excuses, and the country got to move forward. Which country move which forward? Which country move which forward? When we say anything, y'all get very us. But we know that we are always on the right side. That's why we say it the way I will say it. Look, anything that will not be good, I will not say in public. But anything that will be good, I will say in public and I will stand by. Whether you disagree with me or not, we will come back later on to evaluate my position in the statement that we have made. We said it over and over that these guys were setting a trap for y'all. They were fooling y'all. They were pepping y'all to fall in line so that they can. And the minute when if you did pass a bill to legalize what they did against what the Supreme Court did, they voted to pass a bill to say what they did was legitimate, even are going as far as the budget. Can you imagine that the last time I saw they did that in Liberia was PRC with Doden after they committed that crime? They put in the Constitution that they will not be held liable for what they did. Can you imagine that? And then they can do the same thing. And I'm sitting here, so say, oh, I'm sorry for Fanatic cover them. Oh, it's sweet for them. In fact, they're not used to being jailed. They're supposed to be in jail with all close. In America, when you're in prison, they get something they call it safety smock. They can tie it around you like that. They're looking yellow. They can put it around you. They call it safety smock. Where you don't get no brief or boxer on. You are butt naked, and the only thing will be that half of the conference will be all the rule of people. They so lock all of them up in there like that. In fact, the government got a right to say they don't burn the Capitol building. Yes. And we'll even go deeper in the Melbourne. Some of us, our types, in most cases, we're not giving opportunities for leadership. People don't like us because we stand with the truth and we remain truthful to what we stand with. Melbourne, Fanatic Kofa brought a disgrace to himself. There is no formal enemy. These guys don't like y'all. These guys know that you guys are not going to fall in line. So they will do anything to undermine you. So, like I said, Melbourne, for once, let me say to you, I stand with the government.
Mm-hmm.
Like where? They shouldn't get them close to where? They shouldn't get them close to where? They shouldn't get them close to where? All of them. Whether you make women can wear safety smart too. All of them, let them take it close for them. They should, because maybe they get matched on and they will let fire in it. They will let fire in the prison and burn the prison compound. Oh yeah, because if we charge you for arson or we charge you for all of that means you will let fire in the prison. We not want you to burn the prison. So why they think they took away? I don't know what people come when they go arrest them and put them there. No, take everything from them. Look, strip them of everything psychologically. Play on their minds.
And my brother, let me join you. For me now, I think it reached the point where now you will know now that you got to be careful with the kind of life now that you live, the people you live life with, who you interact with, and what you do. Because, Steve, we said this times with our number. Election, they won't go to elections. Where in this world that you go to elections and the same group of people they go one side, and the other group of people, they go one side. Are you not still thinking? No, you are not thinking. All you want maybe seeing is that, the people, they will say back on, be back on, let peace be peace. But again, the same group of people, they say, okay, you people that were called on before for maybe for investigation, you people should go back. So from that day, Steve, when all that news that indeed those 7 persons that were called before as persons of interest, they should go back for another questioning. Then I know that in fact the people trap that is set already feeling grabbing. And let me be frank, I see people calling, oh, John, look, don't waste your time. If I were president, or if I former President John right now, I will travel. I will move on. I will leave your country and go somewhere else and be enjoying my life. Because this country of ours, people will come and they say they want to do the right thing. And at the same time, you will be doing things that will not even be in the interest of the Liberian people. We're in this world, Steve, where we are struggling. Things are happening here and there. Even if you go back to that police report, the police talk about, I think RG talk about, I know the police officer who are on duty or who flock who, whatsoever happened, and this, you know, these things are just things that they are doing everything to get these people because these people fall apart from them. So what they're doing now is to just immediate them, make them to look like in fact they are nobody, and they will do all that they can do, my brother, to even take the people position from them that they were going. Because if this case go to court and the people carry all of their claims and counterclaims and evidence and so forth, the next one is for them to resign from their favorite positions. And what's going to happen? You will resign. You go up, you come down. That thing happened here under the CDC government before. In Nimba County, when they how they call him, the former defense minister.
Bernie Samuka.
Thank you, Bernie Samuka. When the man wanted an interior election, they carried him to court, and the court said, no, you lost the case. Because of that, you will not take your position. So, Steve, I think we're in a very serious situation. And I don't want for people to be calling on the people, oh, y'all come out to do what? Me, so, I'm not saying, why are you calling the people to come out to do for you?
No, but
yeah.
Just before we open the line, because we want to open the line earlier for people to understand. Just before we open the line, you made a statement that I won't say this on because this is the bigger picture. This is the bigger picture. First thing first, that one Sktv can tell you what will happen. It can happen. First thing first, you can see on Facebook and other places. In as much as I don't support President George Weah, I don't support the CDC. But the Unity Party has vowed that CDC will never, they will not turn power over the CDC. And let me say that to you on the show today. CDC would never, unless they join another party and there's somebody else that lead that group, George Weah will never come back to power in Liberia. And Unity Party will ensure that happens. And it will start from demoralizing, destabilizing, disintegrating, and destroying the CDC. They're thinking of a joke. Those boys have already had a meeting. They have agreed in the meeting on what they will do and how they will carry this out. These guys, like I said, I don't even want to talk about fanatic are not important to me. The rest of the people that what they arrested today, they're not important. They're not important. Because you know what? They had the capacity and the resources and everything. But now you also will be they were on the scene show I told you, or the child say man sleep, second sleep. But now you also will be hauling this thing. You'll be carrying it on. When I think over now resign. When I think over go to the building and he call session, as the law said, when they come, they not come. If they bring the new Supreme Court person, and that new Supreme Court person can say something different, fanatic over staying on a grant too. The same way how the other lawmakers they say the Supreme Court not get nothing to say inside. You know, I don't know who can be advancing y'all. But no, you're so be holding, even if that everybody will move from behind fanatic over, let them move from behind. He still speak up until he can resign. Look, if they left where he want to be standing last, and you can say this thing, the fanatic over should not resign. Fanatic over should not resign. You're when you're talk and you say yo make peace. There is no formal enemy. And I'm saying this to say to you that the Unity Party has vowed that George Weah will never seek power again. Let me tell it to you. And they will do everything they can for him to not seek power. The last thing I want to say so you can understand is this. It just started. When they're done with CDC, to your other political party who's saying on the side and think that you're free, you're lie. Those boys know that they are stealing and they want to consolidate power. So you know what they will do? They will intimidate you. They will go to the biggest length to do everything they can to scare all of you away so that even when they steal, nothing can happen.
But Steve, let me just add you, my brother. These people are, in fact, the United Party, they were not in position, but they were, they were acting like, in fact, they already have the position. Because if you could see how these people were behaving, my brother, there are those people that, oh yes, these people, they were more powerful, even more than even the previous government. So for me,
let me agree with Steve. Let me agree with Steve on the idea that the CDC will never see the face of power. That's true, because they stand their ground. They have a speaker that was not legitimate. That's one. They pass budget. They dismiss people from their job. They seize all people's salary. They suspended people. Everything work out. And they stood their ground. They say, Fonadikova will resign, we'll go for election, and we'll win the election. And it happened. So what do you think when election come? They have the same right to say, we won the election. Even when they lost the election, they say we win the election, it will stand. Because it started from the beginning. Why did they begin at home? What started yesterday, it will end tomorrow. So I agree with Steve on that.
Even check, let's just take all factors maybe into consideration that maybe they may not even cheat. But even the intimidation, let me be frank. Do you know what it means that you share that, for example, you used to come to my office, I gave you something for you to pay your way, I pay your rent. Because let me tell you, citizens, that was the beginning next week. We will come here now and be talking about the rise and fall of CDC. CDC officials, some of them, they used to give the people money. The rescuer today that you see today now that look like the what kind of animal that in a forest that look like, I don't know, I can call it, that's so everything you see is so aggressive. They used to pay the people way, pay their rent, do everything for them. Today, somebody take power from you. Somebody that rent that you used to pay. You used to pay the person where the person can take power from you just because of what? The person was talking more than you. Now, see, even into opposition life, other than they say, waiting for job, we are, hey, that job, we are, look, if I were close or I got a former person, we are, even listening to me today, don't waste your time into Liberal politics. Don't waste your time. Because it's not proving that all these people that were around you, that used to act like, in fact, that they were this, they were that, they were all of them, they were just doing this thing just because of what they can benefit from you. But nothing. In ruling position, you're not able to talk. In opposition, you're not able to. Then when you will talk. So, my brother, for me, I think, the party, they may not rig election, but because of the fear tactic, because of, the way they can move, the people, they look, the people, they're going to understand propaganda.
Understand with propaganda. Let me tell you something to the Melbourne. Let me say this to you. United Party can do nothing. They will do nothing in terms of improving the life of the Liberian poor. I will clear that first. Anything they do, when they take one step in front, they will take 5 steps behind to undermine themselves. They will do that. United Party does not understand propaganda. What's happening in the country is the people there who think that they understand politics, who think that they understand strategic move or whatever it is, they're not consulting. They're taking knee-jerk reactions. Look, Melbourne, I'll be honest with you today. I'll be honest with you. If some people were sitting in a room and strategizing, you can rest assured that in less than 30 days, the whole United Party government will be destabilized. I'm saying that to you today. The whole United Party government can be destabilized in 30 days because you know what? That bunch of buffoons running the government. Starting from Joseph Boakai. When's the last time Joseph Boakai went to school? He does not understand anything. He's not in touch with the reality. The so-called one who got a degree or whatever it is, that under criminal activities, they know. They're not inclined to certain things. They're not strategic. The United Party is more reactive than proactive. So you need people who will sit on the table in the room to strategize as to how to destabilize them. I'm not saying bringing war, but let me tell you something. You need tactical and strategic way to approach the United Party to destabilize them. But you know what? They want to pass me around with the same normal thing. Oh, we protest. I'm supposed to be on any kind of group that's supposed to play something, and we'll be passing around talking about we protest.
let me just add up to you. You know, other people, you know what it is? Let me tell you. That's why you see, we keep observing these things until some of all we're just waiting for maybe for next year before we start talking about all of the political parties and happening and so forth. But our major interest here is the livelihood of our people. But let me tell you, Steve, the United Party, they use the religious people, they use the civil society group. Still, the people. Have you seen anybody insulting in the country, Steve? Have you seen religious people talking in this country, Steve? Have you seen civil society group people talking? Let me tell you. Now, what I say, the people, they look, they know the tactics that they can use. CDC officials were censured. Do you know how that thing happened? Do you know how that thing happened? Because the people, what they did was they lobbied, they did everything they could to wreck all of the international partners, and they were able to send the communication far beyond. But today, where is CDC today? Or where the all opposition political parties? They are all sleeping, they all looking up, and they talking, oh, they put rise up. Who they put me? That means rise up for what? That one make them understand, but I don't say anything before go to the line.
The only thing I'll say is this. If care is not taken, people will take the law in their hands. I'll say again, if care is not taken, people will take the law in their hands. And you know, I hate when Labrampo come out and say, oh, we're protecting the peace and the livelihood of our people, and we're protecting the peace and the livelihood. First of all, let me be clear about certain things. There is no such thing as peace in Liberia. No, there is no such thing. You waking up in the morning and don't have food to eat does not mean that you are at peace. No, that's not what it means. That's not what it means. That's not what it means. You waking up in the morning and can't find food to eat, can't be able to pay your children's school fee, doesn't mean you have peace. I'm saying it. It's very important. So this idea that you guys are spread.
Steve, that's so fear tactics. Let me tell you, all that things are so fear tactics.
I was saying to the point where you sell your future and your birthright. Can you imagine? Can you imagine? Can you imagine? Lawmakers making law, supporting a law where the Supreme Court came out and said your action was illegitimate and illegal. Mm-hmm. The same people who did that, we call that ethically, we call it conflict of interest. Those same people went back and said what you did, what the Supreme Court did to help with the Supreme Court. We did what we did, and we will exonerate ourselves. So we'll make a law, we'll support a law that will exonerate us or that will keep. Hey? And Labrampo still passing around and they say they are at peace. Well, that's all your boyfriend, what it is. They got nothing going on.
So before we go to the line, we can report the former representative of District Number 8 on the Wakawa's grade gave the government 24 hours.
I can't remember.
All of that. And then the kind of thing, when they're talking, then people come out. Anyway,
I can't agree. It's a joke. And I'm going to listen to I can't agree. Got no morals. Then go sit down. So very important.
Hello, to those caller. Good evening.
Good evening, Mabel.
Yeah, David King, 1 minute, please.
Thank you so much. Mabel, let nobody think in a wildest dream that George Weah would not come back with power. You know, sometimes when I listen to some of these things, some of the conversations that we have, more especially for those that feel that George Weah would not come back, I think it sounds very comical. I mean, but it sounds comical. Because when you sit and think that George Weah, look, let me tell you something. If you feel George Weah can talk, George Weah can talk. But you know why? George Weah credential peace war in this country. He don't want to put anything on it.
So when George Weah in a party, what happened to the party chairman? What happened to all of you?
I cannot create an issue and statement. You guys condemning it, but you guys are not looking at a party hierarchy. It is when George Weah, who was the leader, we got all the leaders. General Gray just spoke. He issue statement, and you guys are condemning it. But you wait and see what would be the next action of the CDC?
We'll be waiting. Okay, we'll be waiting. We were here when we saw all of the rescuers. They were protesting back to back. Your time, we today, you're sleeping. Hello, to this caller. Good evening. Yeah, go ahead.
The United Party shows CDC is not an authority. They are also failures. So I don't know what people must be even thinking about them. Let's try to think about other people who get CDC the chance they failed. The United Party failed, it means they are failed again. So what people must be talking about CDC or George we are. But I think the people will say so because of the ignorance of the Liberian people. Not all, but anybody in their wildest mind, in their sensible mind, somebody who is not a moron. Should we be thinking about George we are as a replacement for Joseph Boyer if Joseph Boyer failed? I think no. So those who are thinking like that, I mean, they are really.
So let's go back to the happening on today. Quickly, 30 seconds. What say you?
Well, for me, I think we should just give the investigator a chance. If people have just a chance, they will be taken to court. Honorable Kofa is a lawyer. Yeah, I think he can represent himself. Even though maybe under the law, he will not be allowed to do that. He has to bring forward the legal luminary to represent them. But I think we should give it a chance to see if nobody should be using certain statements. Like Steve say, I cannot bring them, they are not authority.
All right, thank you. Nobody should be using threatening statements. Today's caller, quickly, good evening.
Good evening. And let me say how office this is good.
Yeah, go ahead.
So, my man, let me tell you something. So, if we are not talking, our position are not talking. Is CDC the only opposition? Look, the Glory United Party rally on today was not a United Party Glory when they were in the opposition. Where is Thomas? Where is Bernard Yuri and others? Look, if Thomas ever sat in a daily meeting with United Party people to say, we'll blackmail we are so that we get power. They lying to you, my brother, the Thomas. They would never ever do that. So, maybe on that go to the point on Capitol Hill. Maybe on. So, Richard King just confessed in the western area of Richard. Richard King said everything that went on in this country, they orchestrated it. It's a normal political thing. Mind you, Joseph Brother made similar statement in Israel. When he told that when not to party, what was going on was a normal legislative process. So, that resulted to the burning of the building.
All right. Thank you quickly. Today's caller, please 1 minute. Hello, today's caller. Good evening.
Yeah, thank you, Mabel. Let me say good evening to the folks abroad. This is the same guy. Now, joining from a local resident. Mabel, I think I take your position. I think enough is enough. I think the hierarchy of the CDC. And what is most frustrating, Melbourne, for some of us who are seditious but did not benefit from the government at the time, we still remain committed to the party. And people who benefited, they are still sitting.
They're going to school, some of them.
That's it. They are still sitting, Melbourne. But what we continue to do, the party, we belong to this party. We belong to the Liberian people and we still speak out. I think the Grace said, we're waiting and listening. For some of us, we are ready, Melbourne. We are not pastors. We are politicians. No politician will be afraid to go to jail.
All right. Thank you. 24 hours. According to Honorable Mose Akaros, great from District number 8, former representative. Hello to this caller. Good evening.
Yeah. Good evening, Milbo and the rest of the listeners. This is Manuel Fromo calling from Canada City.
Yeah. Thank you, Emmanuel. Are you still there?
Yeah, I'm here. I'm getting you clear.
Okay. Go ahead, Emmanuel.
Yeah, let me take this time to appreciate Holy Family, Thomas Fala, James Kule, and the rest of those guys that they created the Coalition for Democratic Change that bringing shame and disgrace to the rule of law of this republic and the constitutions, as well as Jonathan Fonadikofa, who have been dragged to sleep out in house tonight. Thank you very much, Milton. May God bless him. When the rain fall today, don't think that is the end.
All right, thank you so much. May God bless them to this caller. Good evening.
Yeah, good evening, Libo and Steve.
Yeah, go ahead.
Okay, I'm Peter W. Casper. I come from Honor Street in Johnson Hill. Thank you for the fascinating discussion. And first place, let me tell anybody that we will come by 2029. If anybody sit down and see that we will not come by, and that is being demonstrated by the decimal performance of Jesse Mabuaka and who needs in government. Let me tell you, yesterday when we became president, all the opposition went together. ANC, ALP, all the opposition, they were fighting the government. At that time, Unity Party was there. They are the one that gave rise to Unity Party. Today, it is only CDC that fighting, and defending and advocating for the Liberian people. And somebody will come say that you are for that CDC. CDC is performing and performing as voting and creating and just to this particular government. So those that voted this particular, that's why we said yesterday that as for us, we are not surprised. But we knew very well that people that voted this particular government, for no country in the world that is really caring for development, where the citizens are mentally developed and mentally capacitated to look at different Mabuaka and voting into power. And see the calamity coming, the everybody crying all over CDC. Is that CDC that brought the Mabuaka to power? You see the calamity that all over, and if people just and just feel that it's just a fanatical or the.
All right, thank you. To this caller quickly. Good evening.
Good evening, neighbor.
Yes, my dear, go ahead.
And let me say good evening to all your panelists and the SLSA person worker. Some of the people from Profit this is the thing. So let me appreciate all of them for their perspective, including you. Yesterday I gave more when Fernando Kufa went to the Supreme Court. He went there with three bills of Madam, bill of prohibition, and bill of information. At the end, I think Jose was in a favor yesterday. Everybody called on everyone that the law is the law. So today the law should be the law. If anyone has been called to question, let's give the process a chance. Let's allow the Democratic to play and let's allow everybody to explain their part. It's not about from CDC are going to defend anybody. You can't defend anybody without listen to the law. So in the law yesterday, the law should be the law today. And let me only know, right? I don't care about who got to power yesterday or today, but I think the problem made by Joseph Boga for now to 2029, it will be the progress that will hinder anybody coming to power. Thank you so much for the show.
Thank you so much. Keep a call coming 0770203125. George B. Calando Senior just have his own say on what happening. Our country is getting interesting. According to him, you charge Honorable Cooper, President Cooper, for issuing a press release on November 11, and the joint chambers got a fire or will fire on the December 18. When state security were in charge of the Capitol building, according to I think it's Councilor, right? George B. Calando Senior. Library is indeed getting interesting. Keep a call coming 0770203125. We are getting oh yeah, today's caller. Hello.
Yeah, everyone, I got about this with the unmarried prisons giving the Unity Party folks to say no propaganda. That's what.
The people use propaganda, common propaganda to counter you people from power. Is it my propaganda?
Neighbor, this is not the time for propaganda for the Unity Party. This is a component. So let me just speak to people. What the Unity Party folks are doing is meant to only enhance your chances that you should not be president. Today, look, neighbor, I was in Nimba County yesterday, where in this war, the president is coming and you can't find one end to anything. The people even went to the market, carrying megaphone brand and saying that children share orange minute, orange data, begging the market here to be together for them to go and give the president a lasting welcome. How much, should they speak to people that this government is already unpopular? The president went in Qatar yesterday, while he was arriving, the young people were protesting that Arsenal must go. The president is there. If that is better to channel your issue through him.
All right, thank you so much. Quickly to this caller, good evening.
Hello.
Hello, go ahead, my dear. Thank you for joining us.
Good evening.
Yes, go ahead.
Hello.
Hello, we're getting you. Go ahead. Well, today's caller, good evening. Hello. All right, let me go straight to Uncle Brian Tate. Uncle Brian Tate, good evening.
Hello?
Yes.
Hello?
Hello, good evening. Go ahead. Wait, let me see what's going on. How come hello, you're going on? Wait.
Hello?
Wait. I think you got a call by facing some. How can everybody just hello? Yeah, okay. So I think the WhatsApp people to also they calling back to back. It's not easier today. Look, like it's getting interesting. This country, y'all go to Honorable and Josh Calando and Reed. Hello, today's caller. Good evening.
Yeah, good evening to your neighbor and good evening to your panel. My next panel is from Ania, from Peter and the
Go ahead, Emmanuel.
Yeah, those who having a thought as President Weah will not come by into the never be seen. And then know that the living in the plan of President Weah will come by into the because of all the negative things President is doing. President Boaga is the internet that blow in now. We want to hear President Boaga. If you don't want to leave, if you don't want to leave this country, let him leave our country in peace. We don't want care in this country. President Boaga is complete opposite to this country in job level of hoping nothing power like many people in this country. President Boaga, please be our country. You don't want to leave. Thank you.
All right. Today's caller, good evening. Hello. Yeah, good evening. Go ahead.
Yeah, this is Emmanuel Flomo again once more from 14 Row, Kakata.
Go ahead, Emmanuel. What's going on?
Yeah, thank you. The atmosphere here is not really bad, but with the broken information that are coming from town is the one I'm getting. Group of boys from Kakata were gathering in group calling concerning the lawmaker for the opposition flag that been read to the Supreme Court. Let's say the police, IG headquarters, and from there will be taking the case. One thing I want to make clear, currently now, when it comes to peaceful communication, people have been home. When you call to express your anger for being home, what this government is doing to the citizens that don't have bad intention for the republic is very, very wrong. They are leading young people to anger that probably might cause serious attention for tomorrow.
All right, thank you so much. I'll let you be on the line. Let me move straight to Uncle Brian Tate. Uncle Brian Tate, good evening.
Yeah, neighbor, thank you so much. And I've been following. You know, even being lawmaker, they can't stop the chances of opposition when they're supposed to come to power. We are seeing it in Africa, we are seeing it in Europe, Asia. Even Nelson Mandela is a clarion example. The Malon Sedi, they hail today from the United Party. She's a clarion example. So when they say evidence can be adduced for evidence before the court. Oh, not just law or just make decision. You got to debate the evidence. So to charge people, yeah, it's one thing. But I know that at the end of the day, no lawmaker will be released.
All right.
Before the court will be free. Telling them to jail tonight, they can't intimidate them, they can't subdue them to ways and caprices. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much. I think we got one more call, then we'll cross over to our team. Hello.
Sorry.
Yeah, my man. I really want to give you opportunity. Hello, today's caller, quickly. Good evening.
Hello, Miko. How are you there?
We okay. Thank God for life. Go ahead.
I'm National Bufana calling from Bonaparte.
Yeah, go ahead, my dear.
Yeah, what you were saying about CDC, but what I was able to say, I'm not even there. I'm for CDC today, I'm for CDC tomorrow. I know very well with myself. CDC is coming, turning on the night.
All right. Thank you. Thank you. Next week, you'll get ready with the CDC thing next week. Next week, we'll just be looking at all of your party and your leaders and your how some of them they've been behaving and they are still behaving. Yeah, so we're back out. Let me see. I wanted to take some WhatsApp calls because a lot of WhatsApp and calls been coming in back to back. Steve, is that easy? You listening to people? We don't say that election. Let me just say there quickly whether we will come back or not. Well, that's your vote. For me, I have no issues of who you will vote for. But for me, they've got an issue of political party, Steve, or been around, even if that person who is the face of the party not around anymore, for that political party to survive, That's what we are saying here. For me, I'm not saying you like and vote for John Brown, you like and vote for Peter Paul. That's your business. But sometimes the political party will struggle with the people. And sometimes some of the leaders, I can give you a few, but I was saying next week, I will give some of the play-by-play of some of your leaders from the previous government of that CDC that today some of you are sacrificing your life and you don't even know how wicked some of the leaders they bend back to back and they be pretending. Hello, today's caller, good evening.
Yeah, good evening, sir.
Yeah, go ahead, man. There you are, last caller.
Yeah, Nimba, how are you doing, Chief?
Yeah, go ahead.
I'm the political call by calling for call.
Yeah, go ahead quickly.
You know, they country sometimes, I think they're wondering if we are from a different kind of planet. Liberia is a country of law. Nobody is above the law. Look, allegation of indictment is not, it's not infected. Some of people here, man, I can't agree who today the suffering of the Liberian people. They are the architect. Those are people who start on the table and playing the suffering of Liberian people 2 years after lawmaker could not for any policy that has changed the people's life. Talking about giving law enforcement 24 hours. I can't agree. No, you know the country free speech is good. Do you really think that those guys who are indicted they are above the law? Then they go through the process. If that process can't go above the ground, let them go to jail. Let them be dragged to jail. If anybody is going to let them go to jail. So I can't agree there. No, you know, now even the disposal has lost 8 days. Nobody care about it anymore. I can't agree there.
Hello. You have said this thing, I gave you a chance. The free speech, we started this by the grace of God. All of us, we enjoying it. Even yesterday, you said you were enjoying it. You did a lot of things in the country and I just got of freedom. So don't be saying this thing like saying like free speech is only about hello. So yeah, so free speech is not only on the government. I just want to make you understand. That's all. Okay, good. Thank you very much. So yes, Steve, we gotta go. Freedom of speech. That one CDC, in fact, they say some people say 200 times, or maybe they give it 200%. Say you can go ahead and talk anything that you want to talk. That one is for free. But go ahead, Steve. We're back after listening to our people.
Well, Liberians, I know we're talking, and that includes all of us. But I also know that most of us Liberians are cowards. We just talk. Politicians run circles around us. Listen, sedition can come here, people who support President Weah can come here and say whatever they want to say. Until me, I can see action, my brother. Anything you say that's scam. We not care about your thing and what you're talking about. The thing that you're talking about is not important. It's not important. So, at the end of the day, I stand by what I stand by. It's sweet for Fanatic Kofa and the rest of the people. Like I said, I would encourage the government to take away their clothes. Me that one interested in. Let the government take away their clothes because they will get matching on them. Let it take all their clothes from them. Let them be in a cell without clothes, whether you man or you woman. That means that's my suggestion. Because if you want to do something, you do it. You don't want to do it, you leave it. So it's sweet for them. It's sweet for all of them. I could care less about the Fanatic Kofa man or anybody else that was arrested. It's sweet for all of them. They brought it upon themselves. And they wanted a piece of the country. And they're protecting the peace of the nation. We are here to protect the peace of the nation, folks. We were here. I don't even know why you're getting there. We are the one officially we here. When anybody when they're looking for anybody that working with you, that we the one working with you. Me, I'm working with the government and the opposition. If the opposition set a breath right, let the government deal with it. If the opposition stand their ground, I will stand with the opposition. We told Fanatic Kofa, do not resign. Never resign. If even one person will not stay with you that you're one, you still speak up. This will come in that house and remove you. He said, no, you're not doing your resign because one or two people started crossing carpet. Brother, you not carry two, brother. I hope you carry your soap.
I like that. Because it won't be easy because I think that maybe up to Monday though, because when they go in prison tonight, that means up to Monday or maybe.
But why they even freeing them?
Maybe no, maybe the lawyer got to go and stand for them. But again, my
No,
brother,
no, 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 no. They're not supposed to free them. They're not supposed to free them. They're not supposed to
I
free
said
them.
maybe. I'm not saying they should free them.
The crime they committed is egregious.
It is the law.
The crime they committed is egregious. The burn place. The burn place.
They just did a joke. You guys are here look at joke. No,
the burn place. The burn place. So we don't want to burn place, but maybe I'll deal with you.
Thank you, my brother. We got to go home. I know check everybody off the entire maybe broadcast. But again, thanks to all of you, our people, our listeners, our viewers. Indeed, that's it. Look, that's the thing. If you want to be political party, you be political party. Look, I can tell people for free. Nothing will happen in this country. Don't allow people to be lying to you about this thing. Like, we want people to forward. Nobody will forward in this country anymore. Because in by the time you're going to Bush to go train, people will see you. That's what, look, that's the new world that we live in. By the time you start to train people, people will see you, they will record you, and we will know where you're training, the village, the bush, and so we will know. And we'll get rid of you. So you say, hey, look, so don't be afraid, don't put fear in our people here that, oh, they want, that's what fear tactic. I keep telling some of you, no war in this country. Anything, maybe you may protest and say, oh, yeah, we don't want this, we want that. Oh, but to say that you and myself will go back to war, nothing. Don't put it in your head. We're not for war anymore in the country. Maybe that the political happening, people have their own thing they want to do. That's about to say that we'll go back to war. I don't see it. I don't see it. And again, the law is the law. To the government, if what you are doing, if it is the right thing that you are doing, because according to the police RG, this is non-political and it is the right thing. Well, we are watching the process and we are also appealing to you for the sake of our country. Let the right thing be done. That's all we can say to you. Those of you who into a political party, it is your right to also be in solidarity. When you talk about going there, some people don't even get this thing right. They don't think that by the time you go, that means you're going to step. No. But you can also stand in solidarity with your leader. That's the beauty. Well, again, we just make politics in the country, the Lord will fighting war every time. So good night to all of you people, and we'll catch you up on tomorrow. By the grace of the Almighty God, I'm Johnson Mayban Kula. We are out.